Hey everybody, Mr. Cleveland here. Today we have a project which involves creating paper pop-up llamas. So there's a lot of fun you can have making patterns on the saddle, and the body is made of just a couple simple shapes. Hopefully it's easy enough to draw. If you have an older brother or sister in grade 3, 4, or 5, maybe they're following along with art this week and they created paper cactuses. So these two projects could be strung together and you could do both of them and combine your artwork and have a little South American scene on your shelf with llamas and cactuses. So I hope you guys enjoy this. It's a little bit different than the drawing that we normally do. This one's three-dimensional and can stand up by itself. So have fun, and I'll see you in a second at the table. All right, so for this project, we're gonna need some tape, a pencil, some different colors. The colors are completely up to you, and some scissors. So let's get started. The first thing you'll need, apart from all I just mentioned, is a piece of paper. So you want to fold the piece of paper in half. So I'm just lining up the corners to make sure that it's in half and fold it. All right, paper's folded in half. Now we're going to take our pencil, if we can hold on to it, and just go down and to the right just a tad. And then we're going to go straight down a little ways. Now we're going to come over here to the left side and we're going to make a big S. Now this S needs to end right about the same level as this straight line we just did. Okay, next we're going to make another curved line. You could call it like an S. If you flip your paper this way, it looks something like a stretched out S. But it's not touching this line and it's not touching that line. Okay, so once you've got those, you can add on, let's make it just a little bit closer, still without touching, but a little bit closer to those lines. You can add on a straight line down here and here. Now, these are looking a little bit short, so I think I actually want to make them all just a tad longer. So if you want to just lengthen those lines just a little bit, not too long, but that should do. We're going to draw a flat line across the bottom on both sides. All right, so this shape is done. Next, we need to make a little design, and the design is going to be like a square or half circle, and it's going to make the saddle of the llama. So let's start by let's make a little half circle out of a zigzag line right here. I'm going to choose magenta, and I'll just zigzag back and forth to make a half circle. Now I'm going to fill that in with this magenta color. You can use whatever color you want, and you can make a zigzag line or a straight line or a curvy line or a dotted line. The choices are endless. Okay, next let's take another color. Again, your choice. I'm going to use teal, and I'm going to make another zigzag line right here. All right, and then you know what, let's just leave that instead of filling it in. I'm going to take this chance to put some dots on here. So let's take purple, and you know what, maybe I'll go dash, dash, dot, dash, dash, dot, dash, dash, dot. The patterns are completely up to you. All right, next, let's take our blue, and we'll do little lines coming out from here, always pointing away from the middle of the circle. And we'll put circles on the ends of these lines. This is just one way of doing it. This is the really fun part. So You know, if you want to do a second one, you can go right ahead. There isn't a whole lot more to this llama. We're going to be finishing it up here in just a second. So next, I'd like you to, let's do a big, you know what? Yeah, let's go for it. A big upside down U shape like this, right against the edge of the paper. So we've got one line that goes parallel to the edge of the paper and another line that just curves around right here. And then we're going to add two little triangles, one that goes there and one that goes here. The other edge of the triangle is the edge of the paper. Makes it easier to cut. So if you were drawing it in the middle of the paper, you would just fill out this triangle, make sure it's all the way done. All right, next we're going to just cut right across here. You know what? Let's cut out the body of the llama first. So we're going to cut right along these lines. Remember, this paper is folded, so when we cut, it makes two cuts. I'm going to cut here, and cut all the way across. And then we'll cut off the S next. It's easiest to leave your scissors facing away from you and move the paper to cut in the right direction. Scissors stay put and the paper moves like that. So this is the body of the llama that we're working on now. When we get it out, you'll see that it stands up if we haven't made the legs too long. So there we go. All right, so we'll just open it up a little bit and we'll stand it right there. Okay, good. Now we'll go back to the head that we made earlier and cut that shape out. There we go. And we're gonna draw a face on it. So first we cut straight up, then we cut out the ear shape, go along this curve, cut out the other ear shape. There we go. And then we're gonna add a little oval in the middle of the top of this. Then we make a little triangle, fill it in with pencil or black marker, and two little curved lines that go out from that triangle. So it looks like this. Okay, so then we do two little dots like this and this, and we've got our llama face. The ears might look a little bit pointy, so if you want to round them off by just snipping and curving around, that could help it look a little bit less like a strange creature. All right, good. So now it's time to take out our tape, and we're gonna tape the llama head right onto the body right here. But I think we're gonna tape the back first. So flip it over, and we'll tape the back of the llama head right on there, then flip it right side up, and you can see this part still needs to be taped down. So we'll do that. And this llama is complete. All right, so I really like the way this one turned out. Here's another one with rounder ears and a different saddle. If you'd like to learn how to draw this saddle, keep watching. I'll do that right now. I think I'll do it just on the back of this llama. So what we'll do here is start with a rectangle. So I think I might use blue. You know what? I used blue on the last one, so why don't I use orange instead? And we'll just do an orange rectangle to start out. And we can fill this in with a pattern or stripes or just one solid color. And then we'll surround that orange rectangle. It's a, part of a rectangle really. with dots. I think I'm going to use, why don't we use some magenta for dots and give it some space, because we're going to put a stripe in between these dots and that rectangle. So here it goes around the rectangle. And we'll take this teal color and make that stripe that we were talking about. Then we'll add another stripe on top of that. Let's use red. So the red's going to go around the dots. And we'll add some tassels on the ends. I'll do those with purple. All right, here we go. So the lines go right out from the middle, and then they have a little circle on the end of them. There we go. All right, now don't forget a face on this side. So we've got an oval. I'm just doing it in purple. Why not? 2 curved lines, 2 dots, and you can always fill out the inside of the ears with a little shape if you'd like to. And you've got yourself a llama.